Welcome back, my class. In the last session, we talked about consumer choice. Let's first have a quick review. First, the budget line shows one's all consumption possibilities, and the consumer's preference, represented by utility, determines which possible is chosen. But it also changes as income or good price changes. Second, total utility is the total benefits or satisfaction one gets from the consumption of a good or service. Third, marginal utility from a good is the change in total utility that results from a unit increase in the quantity of the good consumed. Also, we notice that decreasing marginal utility as the quantity of the good consumed increased. It is the principle of diminishing marginal utility. Okay, our next step is to find out what is chosen. This is our second session. A key assumption is that consumer chooses the consumption possibility that maximizes total utility. Now, let's study a spreadsheet solution. It is a direct way to find utility maximizing choice when making a table in a spreadsheet and doing the calculations. First is to find the just affordable combinations. Second is to find the total utility for each just affordable combination. At last, the utility maximizing combination is then the consumer's choice. Recall our example from last session. Lisa has $40 a month to spend on movies and sodas, and the price of a movie is $8, and the price of a soda is $4 a case. Each row of the table shows a combination of movies and a soda that exhausts Lisa's $40. The table shows all just affordable combinations. Second, it is to figure out the total utility respectively. At last, Lisa will choose the combination that gives her the highest total utility. This is the consumer equilibrium. It is the situation in which Lisa has allocated all of her available income in a way that maximizes her total utility, given the prices of movies and soda. A more natural way of finding the consumer equilibrium is to use the idea of a choice made as a margin. You might have a question, having made a choice with spending $1 more or $1 less on a good bringing more total utility. To answer it, we have to understand about marginal utility per dollar. It is marginal utility from a good that results from spending $1 more on it. It equals the marginal utility of a good divided by its price. Let's start Lisa's marginal calculation. The figure shows why the utility maximizing rule works. Each row of the table, which is on the next slides, shows a just affordable combinations. We can choose a row of points on the budget line in the graph. In row B, Lisa spends too much on soda and too little on movies. Then in order to get a higher total utility, Lisa will switch and spend less on soda and more on movies. This is moving down of point B. However, at point D, Lisa spent too little soda but too much movies. The same as before, she will make some changes in order to maximizing her total utility. And this will move upward. Only in point C, Lisa won't make any changes. She is now maximizing her total utility. Then we must notice that the marginal utility per dollar obtained from seeing movie or drinking soda are equal to each other. This is the answer to our question. Okay, to summarize, a consumer's total utility is maximized by the following rule. First is to spend all available income. Second is to equalize the marginal utility per dollar. Fine, this is all for today. Thank you for your attention.